was young and from the south side. Triple two, oh, we party, we don't have pride. No handouts, everybody march right. Closed mouths ain't fed.
What's good, fams? It's Rob with Tmac here, and we're here on the Gold Coast with brother AE, the artist, all the way from Sydney. We've come here to pick him up today for his podcast, along with our other brother that we're going to see. This is him, AE, the artist. Introduce yourself to our viewers, my brother.
What's good? It's AE, the artist here.
1963 Chevrolet Ballet. Let's go. Me. Tell my brother A. Thank you for coming on our podcast today, brother. Riding with Tmac. Thank you for coming all the way from Sydney, my brother. Tmac loves and appreciates that from me. Brother, I just want to say a big thank you from not only myself, but my wife, my family, and our brothers, Brother B and Brother Trace. Today, brother, you've met now not only my family, brother, but our podcast team. And we love and appreciate that of you, brother. Thank you.
100, bro.
Right behind you, super jealous of me right now. I can see you in the car.
Fair call, my bro.
Very nice, man.
Beautiful day today, my cuz.
Beautiful day, my cuz. Beautiful day. Brother AE, I want to touch on a subject, brother, from where you grew up as a young fella in Sydney. And
Fucking was alright, bro. We moved around a little bit. Started off in Belmore, then went to Punchbowl, then Westfield when I was about, I think I must have been 12 or something, 13 when I moved to Hurstville. But yeah, bro, it was different.
Yeah, mean, brother.
Upbringing the most.
Mean.
Yeah, bro. Fucking a lot of mischief growing up. Then old man in and out of jail, so
yeah, hard.
24/7 having the door booted in.
Yeah, hard.
But yeah, bro.
Nah, massive, my brother. Massive. Now, what was Sydney like growing up from the days of, I guess, between, I'll say this, between 5 and 10, brother? What were those days like? Was it hard living?
No, not really from that age. It was all good. I didn't really notice. I was young.
Yep.
So everything was just wanting to chill with the cousins.
Yeah, cousin.
School. But 5 to 10 was, I don't know. Like that age, I didn't realize until I got older. But
what was like your school life growing up like, bro? Did you have good grades?
Hell no.
Hell no.
But I hated school.
Hey, brother, we've all been down there checking.
Even primary school, bro. I think I was the youngest person in New South Wales. I had to get anger management with adults. I had to do a full class.
Far out.
When I was in year 3, bro. So I was like,
far out.
8.
Far out.
Yeah.
Far out. And then, and was those primary school days hard for you? Was it trying to navigate through those days? With schoolwork and
schoolwork was, but sport was always mean, and then hanging out with my mates.
Yep.
But yeah, bro, I was, ever since a little kid, bro, I was just a mischief cut.
Yeah, man. I
was just, I know, it was crack up. Like, a few of my older cousins asked me what I want to be. Oh, they told me, actually.
Yep.
They go to me, one of my cousins, Richie, goes to me, bro, you were different than all the kids growing up. Like, kids wanted to be footy players and wanted to be firemen, a policeman. And he goes to me, well, bro, you were different. He goes, we asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, you know what your reply was? And I go to him, what's that, bro? You said you wanted to be a motherfucking gangster.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, bro.
Hey. Wow. Hey, let's go back to that old school song, brother. I don't know if you remember it, but I remember, and it's like Snoop Dogg telling everyone he didn't want to be a fireman, he didn't want to be a policeman, he wanted to be a motherfucking hustler, eh?
Bro, that's
or a motherfucking gangster.
Bro, kicking it with my uncles, being young, just wanting to be them.
Yeah,
that's where I got it from. I'm pretty sure.
Hard out, cousin. Hard out. Hey, and with those days, brother, was there like a lot of family involvement around with you, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Family's number one, eh, brother?
Yeah, bro. Family's huge, bro. And we got a huge family too.
Yeah, man.
Like, bro, huge family. So just on my grandma's side, on my dad's side.
Yep.
My mum's got 101 first cousins.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
And that's on your Edwards side, eh, brother?
Edwards. Oh, no, that's on the Rapire side.
Oh, Rapire side?
Yeah.
Yep. Mad.
Yeah,
Yes,
Edwards is big too, but
shout out to all the Rapires and the Edwards whānau back home in the Hawke's Bay. But the Tmac knows who your whānau are, my brother EAE.
Yeah.
And shout out to him, my brother. I know you're a big part of your life, my bro, and who I met recently. What are these names, brother, and what do they mean to you?
Nick and Erina, Edwards, fuck everything, bro. They brought me up. I think I ended up living with my grandparents from when I was like 3.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Fuck, they're the world to me, though.
And I know, brother, right now they've got a business back home, eh, brother?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, they're doing something in Puronga.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that they're doing, my brother?
They opened up a bistro in the Puronga pub.
Yeah, nice.
Me too.
So all our whānau back home, hey, go down there and support our nan and our kuro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, down at Puronga Bistro. And go and support their business, whānau. Hey, whānau, support whānau.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about today.
Tell them you make 20% off.
Yeah, hard. Get out there, whānau, as they eat kids. You telling me no Tmac? Yeah, I'll hook ya.
20% discount code, Tmac.
Brother, hey, I know your grandparents built a lot for you fellas in Sydney, eh?
Yeah.
And I've met your whānau, and your grandfather was like a machine operator, eh, brother?
Yeah, bro. He was, so when ever since I can remember anyway, he's been doing demo. And ended up being just like, basically the operations manager at our company, or the hire and fire and all that.
Yeah, hard.
But he started heaps of Māori people, bro. Any Māori or Pacific Islanders, when they come from New Zealand or wherever, and they come to Sydney and needed to start, he started heaps of people.
Yeah, nice.
Ever since I was young, bro, we had heaps of people living with us that he was helping out from back home, family and all that.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice, brother. I know when I spoke with your whānau, shout out to our brother Pura. Shout out to our AE's uncle, Pura. Pura, the chain dog, all the way from Sydney. Love and respects, Cap. I know when I was sitting with your whānau, brother, and talking with your uncle, and he said my father grew us up in the construction game.
Yeah,
and where you fellas are now in the construction game. Bro, that's unbelievable, brother.
Heaps of people, bro.
Coming all the way from the Hawke's Bay and going into Sydney. Hey, big city, big place, eh?
Yeah,
a place that can make it or break it for you, or you make it, eh, brother?
Bro, that's a city. It'll either make you or swallow you whole.
Yeah. And now, knowing that, brother, your grandparents say they built that for you fellas, eh, my brother?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Hey.
I owe them everything.
Bro, and saying that too, brother, I know your grandfather has so many other traits too, eh? Like, what are some of his stuff that he got into over there and behind business and stuff like that?
Bro, it's the party king, bro. Man can sing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Known for his hangis too. Does in-ground hangis.
Wow.
All over Sydney too.
Wow. I know Nan and your grandfather are good at cookie too, eh, brother?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they've been catering ever since I can remember, bro.
Yeah, nice.
I used to hate it growing up and having to go to parties and help them.
Yeah, no.
Now that I'm older, I just go help Nana Papa. It's fun.
Yeah, hard.
To be honest, I just go just to piss them off. Just to irritate my nan and my auntie nowadays.
Yeah, nice.
I won't irritate my papa, he'll probably punch me in the head.
Bro, I love it, bro. I love it that we could create the story about you and your family, brother.
Yeah,
and about your life too, my bro.
Yeah, it does.
Brother, AE, what sports did you grow up playing, bro, in Sydney?
Well, believe it or not, my first ever sport I started playing was hockey, bro, when I was young.
Yeah,
nothing wrong
with hockey, cuz.
Yeah.
Hey, any sport's a good sport,
bro. And then when all my cousins come over, hey, you play hockey, bro. But then, played league, bro.
Yeah.
That was, it was alright. It was fun. It wasn't too bad growing up.
Bro, I know that you're a massive supporter of what team, brother?
The Bulldogs, bro.
The Bulldogs, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
I was born in Belmore, bro. I was born in Canterbury Hospital.
Yeah, wow.
So when I was growing up, Belmore used to get, like it is now, Belmore used to get absolutely flooded, bro.
Yeah, wow.
So then ever since a little kid, it was just doggies for me.
Yeah, wow. And everyone in Belmore, bro, pretty much band together behind the Bulldogs, eh?
Yeah, bro. Oh, like heaps of Sydney, believe it or not, bro. Belmore, Bankstown, bro. There's heaps of people in Maryland that support the doggies.
Yep.
All over.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, true, that comes.
Yeah.
And bro, I follow the Bulldogs not on a frequency all the time,
Yeah.
but I noticed when I moved over here to Australia, I noticed that the Bulldogs actually have a big following, eh, brother?
I'm pretty sure we got the biggest fan base.
Yeah, wow.
But even like you see when they made it in, I think it was 2014, they made the finals. They come out with the stats and the Bulldogs are like the biggest and craziest fans in the NRL.
Because I know for sure, bro, seeing your Instagrams and seeing your Facebook, bro,
there's nothing like doggies winning,
you're Bulldogs all the way, eh, cuz?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, hard. But I'm a massive Warriors supporter.
Yeah.
But I love the NRL, brother, too. I love the NRL.
Warriors being my second favourite team, bro.
Hard out. But hey, what was your teenage days growing up like? From, I'd say, from 12 to 16, brother. What were those days like? Obviously, those are the days where you're trying to figure out in life what you can do, where you can venture out to. What girl you can kiss.
Bro,
hey, bro.
That was the main thing, bro.
Bro, what were those days like for you growing up, cousin?
Bro, fun, bro. Like, from, I'd say, 12 or 13 onwards, bro, soon, like high school.
Yeah.
Bro, I just had fun, bro. If I could do it all again, I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah, wow.
I was a mischief little fucker. Like, mischief as, bro. Yeah. Used to get up to some shit. And then I learned at a young age that, fuck, my shoes suck. My clothes are Uggs. From about 12, 13, then I figured out ways. I was always out there figuring out a way to not look ugly, bro.
Yeah, hard. So fashion was a big thing for you, brother?
Yeah, bro. Always trying to look fresh.
Yeah. Yep.
Growing up with my uncles and that, they were all like fresh looking, dance crew, older cousins.
Nice.
So then, yeah, bro, most of my teenage life was trying to figure out my next move to get some money.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, bro. It was just hustle, bro.
Awesome thing.
It was mad, but.
So with those days, bro, what was your go-to kicks, brother? What did you like wearing, brother?
I would have said BTNs and Asics, bro.
Yeah. I know that's the Sydney way, eh?
Yeah, bro. I've been doing that. I've been, like, dressing like that. Bro, since a little kid.
Yeah, wow.
It was Air Maxes, then obviously got older, 10s. Asics must have came in when I was in like year 7 or 8 before they became cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was straight away, I was onto the Asics, bro. Clothes, bro, I was Nautica, Henleys, G-Star back then. Nike, Adidas.
Bro, when you were growing up too, in those teenage eras, was like Gucci and Versace around back then? Because I've noticed, brother, over the years, I never grew up in my stage with that, bro. My era was like Dickies, Ben Davies, Cortez's, Converse, Chucks.
Yeah, bro.
And then we had Nike as well. But in your day and age, bro, did Gucci, Versace and all that come about? Dior?
Yeah, it depends on who you hung out with, bro. So I'm lucky because I'm half Māori, half Lebanese.
Yeah.
So Māori hanging out with the Poly boys, they were more just Nike, Polo, back then Russell Athletics.
Yeah.
And then hung out with the Lebanese boys and they were always fresh, bro. They were Nike, Adidas, Gucci hat, even though back then, we couldn't afford the real ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So Gucci and Nike, Louis Vuitton, all those high-end brands, they were around, bro. It just depends on who you're with.
Brother, hey, what is your ethnic background, brother? What ethnicity are you?
So mum's Māori.
Yep.
And my dad's Lebanese and a little bit Turkish.
Wow.
Like quarter Turkish.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're Māori and Arab.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, mad. Mad, brother. Man, that's a bad mixture, brother.
Yeah.
You know why? I love Arab food. Ever since moving into Australia, bro, getting introduced to Arab food down in Melbourne from all my cousins from back home in Taoki. They have introduced me to Arab food. My cousin Mooks, shout out cousin Mooks.
Yeah.
Bro, it was unbelievable, brother. I know you fellas have some mean salads, eh?
Yeah, bro.
You pride yourselves on salads, eh, Puff?
Everything, bro. But I'm the worst Arab in the world because I hate tomatoes. Fucking hate them, bro. But yeah, bro. Like, for me, it would be probably the barbecues would be the best thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
It's cracker.
On your Lebanese side of your family, brother?
Yeah.
That's your dad, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And have you got a big family on that side, bro?
Yeah, bro. They're huge.
Yeah, wow.
Go to a wedding on my Lebanese side, bro. It's 400 or 500 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you grew up with your dad's side as well too, brother?
Like, I didn't have much to do with them until I was, say, I don't know, 18, 19.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Like, they were around.
Yep.
But yeah.
What was their last names, my bro, on your Lebanese side?
Oh, my dad's last name's Hussein.
Hussein. Oh, man, brother. Shout out to the Hussein family.
Yeah, bro.
Love and respect. Brothers. Brother, I know you got a grandmother on your Arab side too, eh?
Yeah, grandpa, yeah, bro.
Yep. And, bro, I heard they're good cooks. Eh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right.
Brother, I want to come and meet your grandparents, bro.
Yeah, bro, we'll have a feed.
I don't want to feed with them, brother.
I'll sort it out.
Yeah, 100.
I'll get my Uncle Hilly and Billy to suss that out.
Yeah, man. So finally down there in Sydney, on the east side, Brother Tmac wants to come and eat with you fellas.
Yeah,
100. Brother, what was your family like growing up on your Arab side? What's their world like, bro, of today? Family's everything. I know that with the Arab family.
Yeah, bro. Family's everything. Chaos. Because there's just heaps of kids running around.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but fun though. You go there, no matter how big you get, when you get to my grandparents' house, you're just you.
Yeah, wow.
So no matter how any of my cousins, uncles, whatever, no matter how big you got, they'll put you in your place real quick.
Yeah, wow.
Fun though, always fun times.
Wow.
Same thing, bro. From my Māori to my Lebanese side.
Yeah, wow.
Mischief.
And with the Lebanese people, bro, I know they're big on religion, right?
Yeah, bro.
But what's that religion, bro? Is that Muslim religion? Or?
Yeah, bro, yeah. My Lebanese side's Muslim,
Yeah,
bro.
wow. Brother, hey, I know that you grew up with your Lebanese family and your Māori family.
Yeah, bro.
Brother, we've come to a point in your podcast time, bro, where what was it like transitioning out of your 16 days into your young adult days, bro? What was that like for you? Was that hard to navigate or easy to navigate?
I don't know, bro. It was easy. I'd say it wasn't hard.
Yep.
A few tough times, but it is what it is. It was all good, though. Growing up, I was just, I got even into more mischief when I hit those ages, bro.
Party life was good, brother. You always like night clubbing and...
Yeah, but we were lucky. Older cousins and whatnot, and uncles and aunties. They knew every cunt. I think first time I went clubbing, I was like 15, bro.
Wow. Remind me of those days, bro. I used to go night clubbing at 15.
Yeah.
I had some cousins too, bro. They were the same. I'd tag along with them and they were a lot older than me, bro. Sometimes I got in and sometimes I got kicked out.
Yeah. I was lucky to never be kicked. Unless we had something kicked off. Never got kicked out, but fuck yeah, it was fun, bro. I don't know. If I could go back then, from that age, instead of my high school years, I would probably change it a little bit because I just wanted to grow up too fast.
Yeah,
But same thing, bro. Don't regret it. It was mad.
Yeah, me, brother.
It's out there. Literally. That's all we were thinking about, bro. It's making money and what to do next.
Beverly. Everybody fake, I'm just trying to keep it real. They treat me like the uncle, the one that everybody feel. Trying to buy a house, got me flipping for a deal. Had a Big Mac, but I never brought a meal. Lads wanna flip, got me frying them like burgers. Bronx wanna snitch, now I'm thinking about...
Brothers, introduce yourselves to our viewers.
Hey guys, I'm Joey Leati. I'm here with my boy AE, and we're just ready to whip it up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, brothers, for coming on the Ride with Tmac. We're gonna roll this inside our car, the 1963 Chevrolet Berlin. Let's go.
Oh, we party, we don't have brides. No handouts, everybody must ride. Closed mouth saying fed, brother, fuck pride.
First of all, thanks for having us on, my bro. It's a pleasure to be on. Thank you for inviting us into your space. My name's Joey, a man of many hats. Do a bit of social media marketing, a bit of content. Spent the last chunk of my life in the fashion industry, specifically streetwear. And yeah, that's just a little bit about myself.
Hey, brother. Brother Joey, what ethnicity are you, my bro?
So, full Samoan.
Hey, brother. Full Samoan, eh, brother? Brother Joey, what was it like growing up in your early stages of your life between 5 and 10 in Sydney?
From what I can remember, so I was born and bred in Canterbury, which is KMC Hospital, or the other way around. But I was born and bred into Marrickville. I was raised in Marrickville, then I moved to Waterloo. I was raised in a single parent home. My dad did the best he could, and with what he could, I wouldn't say life was extremely hard, but never went without, and it was good from what most I remember, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, massive, brother. Brother Joey, leading up to this podcast, I watched a lot of podcasts on you, my bro.
Oh, cheers, yeah.
Yeah, and I see where you grew up there, brother, in the hearts of Sydney.
Yeah.
Brother, what was Waterloo growing up in those stages from 5 to 10? Was it dangerous?
So I actually moved into Waterloo when I was 12.
Oh.
I like to say that, and a lot of the boys say that it's where we served our apprenticeship, if you will. Between the ages of 12 and 19, there was a very prominent ice out. A lot of people were on drugs. A lot of people might be familiar with the area Redfern and the block.
Yep.
And Waterloo's next door to that. And I didn't know till I was older that it was not normal until I started going to other areas.
Yeah.
And I saw that the environment that I grew up in wasn't so much. And to us, it was normal. You just knew growing up, you let them do your thing and they let you do your thing.
Yeah, nice, cuz.
It wasn't the healthiest of things to see, but it makes you grow up fast. That's what it does, yeah.
Yeah, mate. And Brother Joey, what was it like growing up in those stages where Sydney was probably known for a lot of things happening, a lot of bad stuff. But mainly, brother, what was the good stuff that you got out of it growing up with Sydney, cuz?
Yeah, hard. I think just like I said at the end there, there's a lot of, you learn to grow up really fast. You learn to think on your feet. You learn to adapt to situations maybe that I wouldn't have been exposed to until I was a bit older, but I was exposed to those things a lot young. I was also a father at 16 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a lot of growing up to do, and some will probably say I still haven't grown up. I'm still learning, bro. But as for like lessons that I learned there, probably just more like things you can't learn in the books, bro. Just between the ears. Common sense isn't that common.
Yeah.
Watching just those little things like having your back to the wall, making sure no one's little things that not maybe the average Joe Blow would have in their mind, or they wouldn't even be conscious about it.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of lessons I'm grateful that I learned. Sometimes nothing's for free. There's always a hidden agenda sometimes, or
hard.
Those just, I'd say it's more of a knack I don't want to use the word street smart because I wouldn't say I was a street kid, but yeah, like things that you learn in the streets, bro, to be honest.
Brother Joey, with your passion with the clothing label, brother, what does it mean to you, cuz? What does your clothing and fashion label mean?
That's a good question. I think the way you dress, I think clothing and that is an expression of who you are. And I've always just been coming from a family like me and my old man. I remember when I first started school in year 7, I had one uniform to last me the whole week. So I just always wanted what other kids had. I wanted to dress like them, and never had the opportunity. And I always just thought, when I get the chance to do that and I'm in the position to do so, I'll make sure I express myself in that way.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely something close to me, obviously, just coming from G'd Up and the background. Even before that, I had my own little thing going. I think it's helped me to showcase my skills, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So you're a man of many talents and net skills, my bro. From what Brother Tmac's been watching, bro, you got mans behind the camera lens, you got mans behind the editing, you got mans behind the style. What is your style that you want to bring to the world, brother?
Nothing different, eh? I think it's just about expressing where I'm from, not forgetting my roots. And in our Sydney City, we dress a certain way, we talk a certain way. And I think it's important not to lose that and not confide to the ways of the times, if you will.
Yeah, wow.
I've always been Asics, I've always been in track pants. And I think my style, I'm always also very cautious of always putting on for Samoa. And like anytime I can showcase my culture, I will.
Yeah, wow. Wow, brother.
They love the car, eh?
Brother Joey, your days growing up in Waterloo, from 10 to 16, brother. What were those times like in your teenage days?
I was a bit of a confused kid. It was almost like a yin and yang. Like we had boys training with NRL, and then we had boys. I had boys in jail. I had boys serving on the corners and stuff. But we all were just doing our thing. And everyone, I was playing at the Dragons at the time, so I was always lucky that I had football to keep me. I always thought, fuck, maybe this is my way out.
Yeah, wow.
And because I just grew up with my old man, I always wanted to return the favour to him somehow. Like, I thought, fuck, he's come here for a better life, so why not to try and make something of myself?
Yeah, well.
So growing up, it was like, yeah, it was a bit weird. You would come home and sometimes some boys are on it. Me and the bro here always have a laugh about it. At times, you probably didn't even know. The guy hasn't slept in 2 days and you're coming home from training but it was never judged or anything. Everyone just went about their business. You look back now, I don't really realize till I was a bit older how chaotic it was because it was just fun to us. Yeah. We'd go down and do something stupid down the road and then come back in the garage, have a laugh, have a drink. Before you know it, I got training in the morning. Like it was just chaos. And it's normal to you when you're that young. And I think I didn't realize those things till I was a bit older. So between those ages, I think I was honestly so grateful to be half decent at footy so that my head was always, otherwise I would have easily just went off the other way.
I don't.
And we all had an excuse to go that way. And I think a lot of us looked up to the boys that had it all. You knew who was getting money. You knew who always had cash in there. And it was like, sometimes it was a bit torn to be like, fuck, do I want to go there? Or should I just, if I half do this and I half do that, then maybe, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for lessons I learned from that. And
man. Brother Joey, I want to topic with you, brother, on a stage of your life where you grew from 16 to 21. What were those parts of your life like, bro? Were those a lesson time too? Were those dangerous times? Or were those happy times?
I'd probably say between, I think just dangerous and then uncertainty. I didn't end up making, I played a year young on footy of the age I was supposed to play. And then I didn't actually make my own age. So it was a bit confusing for me and it was everything to me, footy. And then when I lost that, I thought, fuck, that's it. The best part of me is gone. I thought those things and I still see some of the boys still live off those days. And it's like, you can always reinvent yourself. There's times you can rewrite your story.
Yeah.
But at that time, I would say, I think I brought down to nothing. I was also a dad at 16. I had my first child who, obviously growing up, as I said, in a single parent home, I didn't want to also put that upon her. I was just trying to learn, bro. And I think I was just drowning more than anything. It was like sink or swim at the time. Yeah. And I found myself in a bit of trouble, found myself behind bars. And then, like I said, I thought then, I was like, fuck, I got a chance here because how much further back can you go?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I've hit the rock bottom now.
Yeah,
the only way is up.
Yeah, 100.
So,
100.
Yeah, it was a good lesson. It was good. I think it was very critical to where I am now because if I didn't go through the rock bottom, if I didn't learn those lessons, then what good is today?
Brother, and you know what, brother? You are going up, because from where I'm sitting, brother Tmac follows you and my brother AE. And, man, I see your journey, brother, and much humbly and respect.
Thank you.
Love it.
Love, bro.
Love it. Fast forward track, last year 20 days. So where we are today, brother, you are a father. What makes you happy today?
My kids, bro. My kids, yeah. Oh, yeah, my kids. I think just give me a purpose. I was very much a baby daddy in my young years, and I can say that I'm a father now. There's a difference between being a baby daddy and being a father. You're around, you're just trying to survive when you're a baby daddy and you do the bare minimum. You're just trying to see him. And it took me a lot to understand actually just the importance of having good parents. So I think the proudest thing I am of today is the father that I am. I'm present in my kids' lives. I have a good relationship with them both. I've got good people around me, and it hasn't been easy, bro. It hasn't been easy. Those times make these times a bit more sweeter.
Yeah, you're definitely right, cuz.
Yeah.
To my bros, AE and brother Joey, share with our peoples about the positive stuff that you fellas have done together on your journey as friends.
We've known each other since we were kids, and we always were like, what would you say, bro? It was like, we weren't really that close, but we knew each other. Like, we had a lot of, we still do. We forget it when us two walk somewhere, because it's just, we stop every 5 seconds. If I don't know them, he knows them. Or they know both of us. And I think it's just grown from that. And probably 2 years ago now, I was at G'd Up, and the bro here was in the top 5 spenders of the brand. I was looking at the sheet and I was like, far out, I know that guy. When it was the bro. So we just linked up from there again, and told me he had some music coming. And when I first heard it, I was like, fuck, it's something different. And I know the industry is pretty saturated with the same stuff. And I thought, I'm at a point where I can be of some assistance. I can help bring more eyes. I can help with content. I can help growing. He's a brand himself now. And I always believe that you're only as good as your surroundings and those you hang around with. And what good are these positions if we can't help our people prosper?
100%,
So
100%.
if I can, he helps me in a lot of other ways that people don't know about, and I help him in ways that I can control and I can help too. It's a brotherhood that a lot goes unsaid too. We find it hard sometimes as brothers to give each other our flowers for the culture that we live in, and sometimes you don't want to come across too far, and sometimes you don't want to go. I think we're pretty good that we just have a mutual respect of, I won't cross certain things with him and he won't cross certain things with me. And that just goes unsaid. I love him dearly and I respect him highly. So I think those are the foundations that we build off.
Brother AE, what about you, bro?
Yeah, bro. We've known each other since kids. Fuck, young. Through friends, footy, fucking schools, hanging out at the same places. And then, as we got older, I was watching a bro do his thing. I was doing my thing, whatever. And then, he just calls me one day. I don't know what percentage G'd Up top boys. And he called one day. He's like, hey, how you going, mate? We're talking. And he's like, it's me. Oh, fuck, what are you up to, bro? And started hanging out. And then, bro, just hung out more and more. The bro started inviting us to some events. And then, like you said, fucking started helping us out. I told him about my music. Helped us out with that. And then, he's like my own brother now.
Brother Joey, I want to ask you a question, a topic about your clothing label, bro, and where you're going to with your life now with that. Can you elaborate for our viewers, please, brother?
Yeah, obviously coming off an extensive time with G'd Up and now doing my own thing. I have my own marketing agency and I'm helping other people with their content and social media as well as personal brands. I have a few athletes I help out. I think I wouldn't say it's a curse, but it's a double-edged sword where it's almost like the Harry Potter theory. What's his name that tries to act in other movies? Everyone just knows him as Harry Potter. You know? So I'm finding it's not hard. It gets me into the rooms, but everywhere I go, it's Joey G'd Up, Joey G'd Up, Joey. And I think over this transition time, stepping away from clothing and that, I'm just trying to mold myself just as me.
Yeah.
Nothing against the brothers, but just trying to detach from that.
Yeah, wow.
That'll come with due time and work. But I'm just doing my content thing at the moment. Yeah, that's it.
All right, brothers. I want to move into a topic with you fellas about music. Obviously, you fellas have been around some influential music taste of the now coming out of Sydney with yourself, brother AE, the artist, and brother Joey. What are some of the best tasting music coming out at the moment?
Me.
Yeah, the bro's got a new track soon, so keep in tune for that. I don't even know when's that.
I've got 2 tracks. Got one coming out should be next month, and then another one in spring.
And what are those songs coming out at the moment, my brother?
One's called Turning Up, and the other one's called Take It Back.
Brother, going back to your song where Southside Summer's come around, brother. What was that song about, bro? Why was that song? What was the story behind it?
All my music, I'm more like someone who raps with an R&B singer. My theory is if my old people like my grandparents could dance to it, and young people could dance and rap along, it'd be all right. I just want to make people dance, right? I can get these dancing in the club, I'm happy.
How about yourself, brother Joey? What kind of taste of music do you love, bro?
I'm into everything, My playlist is a bit, I wouldn't say weird, but it's just mixed, Like I'm into all music, like old school. Then I'm into the new stuff. I don't really have a certain genre, I listen to Adele too, like things like that. Like I'm an open book when it comes to music.
I love all kinds of music too myself. How do you fellas see the world today through your fellas' eyes?
How long do you have? Man, where do you even start? Depends. Are you talking about where we are as a society?
Yes.
I think it's dangerous times, man. I think it's quite scary having kids in this generation. Speaking from a parent's point of view, it's scary. Times are moving fast and things are moving a lot quicker than they should. I'm talking everything from online to your phone, social media. I'm probably the worst for it. I'm on my phone 24/7. But I just think in the time that we're in, I feel sorry for some of the kids who probably don't get to witness the things that our generation did, playing outside, coming on when the street lights turned on, all those kind of things, playing on your bikes, going to your mate's house. The way we knew everyone was at someone's house was all the bikes was outside on the driveway. And we knew, fuck, everyone's over there. And now it's just, and that's just the change of times. But
and that's to do with technology.
Yeah, that's with technology too. But I think just society I think it's, as a young man, you got to fight every day there's things pulling you left and center, things on social media. I guess all we can do is just pass on them and make sure that we give our kids the tools to survive, to be honest. Yeah.
100. What about your elaboration on the brother A?
Technology's, it's moving fast, like the bro said. Also, yeah, I feel the same, man. I feel sorry for the kids who don't go outside and play in the dirt and fall over.
You can't fall over these days.
Yeah, bro. And then a lot of the young kids now are, I don't know how to say this nicely, but they're the brightest when it comes to real life stuff.
Yeah, that's very
You
true.
get kids on a job site and I look at them and think, bro, if you started when I started, you would have copped the shovel to the head. That's where we're heading. So.
I'll be honest too. When I was growing up in Flaxme,
you grew up in Flaxme?
Yeah, I grew up in Flaxme.
Yeah.
I grew up in Flaxme, Tahoki, Hastings,
yeah.
Napier as well. But when I was growing up there, we had things like marbles. Did you fellas have marbles?
Yeah, marbles.
Marbles. We had
Tazos.
Playing cards.
Yo.
A lot of us back in the day too used to collect basketball cards.
Yeah, bro.
Basketball cards was big back then. What were some of the things that were big back in your fellas' day that you grew up with?
Beyblades, remember those?
Yeah, that was pretty big.
Beyblades,
Pokemon cards,
fucking those little Digimon, fucking Tamagotchi things.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are mad.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's like from the view of the world I saw back then to what I see now. I see technology is a good thing for our children, but I also see technology could be a bad thing. Yeah. But in saying that too, if we can use technology in the right way, we'll be able to protect our children to move forward with the times. Because there's a lot of smart things out there, brothers, eh? There's a lot of smart views. Obviously, you fellas have channeled your fellas' lives into the smart things of technology and social media. What is something you fellas can give to our viewers, to our younger viewers, on channeling themselves into social media?
One thing, I've got a 16-year-old girl and she's been on my case to start Instagram, and I'm a bit of a torn because I can look at it away. I can also give her a head start because I know you can monetize off these things. I think just to make sure you're using the platform, not the platform using you.
Yeah, 100.
And make sure you're getting it. Coming up, I was really naive with the numbers I could pull and things that I could bring to the table. So I was doing a lot of things for free, shout outs and just things like that. Now that I know that you can, it's basically what you've built over the couple of years. And then for someone just to go, hey, can you put that on? Yeah, I think you just got to learn to use the platform, not let it use you.
Yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, like, it's the same. Like what he said, to go off. He spoke the good language. I speak my language of it, being from like a bad little street kid. Same thing as hustling, bro. Fuck the game, don't let the game fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't let my daughter.
Yeah, nah, she's not getting it.
Sorry, niece.
What's your fellas' elaboration on safe space, brothers? A safe space would be for those to talk whether they've got something mentally draining them, something that's entrapting me, something that's keeping them from telling the real, brother. What's your fellas? I'd say this to Tadeo Mari. What's your fellas facado? Your ideas around safe space?
For me,
yeah,
my safe space would probably be with the boys, bro. It's like where I'd share the most of my feelings. My close boys, Joey, a few of the boys. Those are a few of our lads. That would be our circle, our safe space.
What's yourself, brother Joey?
Yeah, I think it's just depends on the people, your circle, people you have around you. It's important to know that
people can only go as far as they've gone with themselves.
Yeah.
If someone hasn't looked into themselves and gone to themselves with those places, then they'll find it hard to understand you. I think that's why the bro touched on always the brothers, because we come from some familiar. I can't go sit down at a counselor with Jen from IT and she has no idea what culturally anything to do with it. So it's hard to find that connection with someone who's never walked in the same shoes. And I think that's why our brothers, because it's not weird for me to say I felt this, because then I've been there too. I think that's why your brothers are very important. And you find some boys are lucky. Like I look at some of my other mates and they've had the same boys since they were 6 years old, 8 years old. And I've come to just find mine now. I'm grateful to have the people I have around me now. And you can see it in my life. I'm probably at the best position with exposure and traveling is because due to the circle that I have, people that I have around me. Whereas I realized the times when I was rock bottom and I realized I had a woman that was no good. I was doing things no good. So yeah, it is important to get a good circle and a good environment around you. So.
Yeah, me, right?
Okay. Shout out to our boys too.
Shout out to the brothers from Sydney.
Okay.
Is it weak to talk or is it not weak?
Nah, it's not weak to talk, bro.
Nah, I think,
I think people just don't talk. Maybe they feel a bit embarrassed about how they're feeling or whatnot. I don't know, bro, to be honest. But yeah, if you got someone you can talk to, bro, go talk. It'll help a lot.
And I think sometimes it's good to, if you have a circle that doesn't really share, sometimes if you're the first one to share, then they can meet you there. If you've shared something intimate with somebody, and then they feel like they can as well. So by you doing it and going forward first, it allows them to tap into that space too.
What's your fellas' view on mental health? Why should we be aware of mental health today?
It's a big thing, man.
It's something close to home. Obviously, I've lost a few family members to it too. And I know firsthand just how much it can creep up and eat at you if you're not filling up your cup, if you're not watering those things that you should be watering, like yourself. It's, your mental health has got a lot to do with doing the things you love, training and those activities that can keep you ticking those boxes every day. You might not do those things every day, but as long as you can just keep staying above the line and just, I think it's important to make sure you are aware of this. Sometimes you subconsciously don't even know. And before you know it, you find yourself in a hole through drinking. And then 3 days later, then you're gone into this, then you had a problem in your relationship. Things can turn really fast. So I think it's just important to make sure you're ticking those boxes every day. And that can look different to everybody. You know? I like going for walks. In the morning, I like to go for a walk. I'll go see the sunrise. And that might be different to someone else. Training, I love boxing, and I find my things and things that I enjoy and things that are good for my soul. So it might even be 10 minutes with the bro. Let's go grab a feed. This guy calls me sometimes at midnight, bro. Let's go get to the burger place. Sweet, let's go. Yeah. And you go home, you feel you've had good conversation. You've met up with your brothers. You had a good laugh. Just those little things. And I think I started by just organizing those things into your week, making sure that you are ticking those boxes. And man, just making sure you're filling up your cup first. You can't pour from an empty cup. I think so many people these days put their happiness into other people's hands. And that's where they go wrong. If the other person doesn't show up for them, then I think the best thing I've learned is just let them. I don't know if you've heard of that theory where you just let people be, man. If they're saying things about you, let them. If they're ignoring you, let them. It's not yours to carry. And sometimes I can come off a bit blunt because I'm just it is what it is type of person, but it helps me with my mental, just not to carry that. If he doesn't want to tap, all good.
What about you, brother?
I'd say the same as the bro. Fill your own cup up first. Fuck. Make sure you're doing stuff on a regular. Get out in the sun, go see the boys or go see your mates, your girls. Just, make sure you got you first.
Yeah.
I didn't really have much mental health, my bros, because I came from a time where it was like you needed to be a man.
Yeah, 100%.
You needed to be a man. Especially growing up in the jungle of Flexing, you had to be a man.
Oh, you can't. You show weakness, you get eaten alive, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's like how it was where I was. Yeah, you couldn't. You cried at home. Not when, like, if anything burned you. Sometimes the boys will burn you, and you still go home. You fucking
not even at home, bro. You cry in your room by yourself.
And like obviously, like I grew up. I was first generation in here, so my dad's freshly Taiwan is. The only thing he knew was hands. That's the only way he ever knew to express himself. Good, bad, whatever. It's something I've had to learn, and I think now that we know better, we've got to do better.
What is your fellas' key message and an inspiration and change for our viewers?
The first thing when you said that, the first thing that came to my mind is something that I still tell myself today is just go and do it, Do it broke, do it without any permission, do it when everyone says you're shit, do it when you know that sometimes I find myself delusional because I think that like I'll always back myself and be like, fuck, you know what, I'm going to do it. I think just back yourself and just do it anyway. There's people out there less qualified than you who are doing the things you want to do and they're thriving. And I've learned in the industry when I get to meet people that everyone doesn't even know what the fuck they're doing anyway. Everyone doesn't know. They're just winging it and going ahead with it. So just do it anyway and just, back yourself. I think that's one of the main things. We're already behind the 8 ball. Brown people, Maldives, people don't expect anything from us anyway. So we got nothing to lose.
Yeah, bro. Just go do it. Be you. Like, I've been around music since a kid, but never laid a track down until last year. I didn't get into the booth. I refused to rap in front of the boys. If I wasn't drunk, I wasn't rapping in front of the boys.
Now he doesn't tell me to go to the studio.
Yeah, I just go to the studio, I do my thing, I get the fuck out. But yeah, you just gotta, if you think you want to do something, bro, just give it a go. You don't know. I met so many people. I got a guy I know who does film work. People told him, nah, don't do it. Bro, he just built a $13 million house. Like, he just done it one day. So, just go, bro. Just go do it.
Brothers, thank you very much for coming on the podcast with the World Tmac and my family.
On behalf of me and the bro, thank you for having us on there. It's an honor. I think it's important for us to share our stories, our messages, things that we can leave behind for the next generation. If it inspires anyone, if someone comes off an idea from it, then job's done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, shot brother.
I'm even taking efforts, but I'm never taking chance. I'm always taking gambles, but I'm never losing bets. Hey, HVille, we was youngins from the south side. 222, we party, we don't have pride. No handouts, everybody must ride. Closed mouth, saying fed, brother, fuck pride. Too loyal to the block, never switch side. Group B, selling coochie and a bus wide. Phone call, ringing, and my man slides. I've retired, but you know I got them gang ties.